Okay, so next I want you to go through the process of completing the Trailhead trail for the Einstein Discovery Basics. If you haven't already done that, I want you to, and highly encourage you, to complete all the different units of this module for the Einstein Discovery Basics, and especially seeing through to the end this discover simple stories for complex problems and going all the way through. Now, we've worked through a lot of this in the span of this course, and this will take you through the process of everything that we've covered. And this course has covered more than just what's in this Trailhead trail, but this will be a way to re-solidify what you've learned. And here we see the R code, for example. So as you're working through this, see if you can figure out why R code appears on some of these insights and not on others. And be sure and read all the background information around this. And then finally, here's the export options that they show. And so that will be a good, helpful concluding exercise or hands-on exercise for you to do. And then beyond that, a few other house cleaning items and things to mention before I get into the final lecture, which is a bonus lecture in this course, where I talk about next steps and ways to connect with me and save on my courses and all that kind of thing. Is I also encourage you to get involved in some ways of importing other data sets into Einstein Discovery. I highly recommend you get an account on data.world and peruse some of these data sets. Check out data.gov. And then as well, another thing to keep in mind is that data sets need to have at least 1,000 rows returned. For example, this occupations by state and likelihood of automation. I was actually in the process of exporting that and importing it into Einstein Discovery, and it only had 702 rows. And so you've got to have at least 1,000 rows of data in order for something to be usable in Einstein Discovery. And so you can search for things, whatever you're interested in, and see if you can find some data sets around that. And so once you find a data set, one of the things to make sure of is the number of rows, like I mentioned. And to do that, just real quickly, in data.world, you launch the query tool, and then usually you can just do a SQL query. And so you can change the limit to 1,000 and run and save the query here and see if it brings back 1,000. Here's one that has 750 results. So once again, this is a data set that's too small. I'm not sure if there's a way to see the number of records in a data set on data.world. It may be just obvious and I'm just not seeing it. But I do encourage you to add to the discussion of this particular course and take a moment to not only leave a review for this course, but also if you find good data sets that provide some good insight or things that you find interesting that you've been able to successfully import and analyze using Einstein Discovery, I do encourage you to link to those or to mention those in the Q&A section or comments section of this course, wherever you see fit, so that you can contribute to the knowledge and understanding of other students. And we, over time, build out a community of like-minded individuals that are using data and data analytics through Einstein Discovery in order to find actionable insights in order to make a better world for ourselves. That's kind of the end goal with what Salesforce is pursuing, and you can use this to improve performance of your business, reduce service times, etc. So stay tuned as I round this out with final steps and final thoughts related to Einstein Discovery and what you can do next to expand your horizons.